grounding techniques are skills that we can use that incorporate mindfulness to help bring us back into the here and now, grounding us in the present moment when we're feeling overwhelmed or stressed or anxious. I'm sure being stressed and anxious is something that we've all felt from time to time. It's that feeling of unease in your stomach, feeling worried, feeling scared, and that's because of these hormones that are released into our body. When we're anxious, we're either worrying about what has happened in the past. In sort of extreme cases, this can trigger sort of flashbacks for people who've experienced trauma, or our thoughts are worried about what's going to happen in the future. And that's when we can begin to get that uneasy, unsafe feeling because we can't place where we are in the here and now. So that's where grounding techniques. So the purpose of grounding techniques, like mindfulness, is to bring our awareness into the here and now and refocus our mind on the present moment. So it's pulling us away from any unwanted memories or flashbacks or negative emotions, and helping us focus and regulate how we're feeling. So grounding techniques are great for people who suffer from anxiety, who may have PTSD or have flashbacks or panic attacks, but they can be used for anyone whenever you're feeling a bit wobbly and want to refocus your mind. So in these next couple of clips I'll be showing you sort of quite popular grounding technique called the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. This technique uses all of your senses to help bring you back into the present moment. So without further ado, enjoy! Choose a comfortable spot to sit down, planting your feet firmly on the ground with your hands on your thighs, and concentrate on taking some nice deep breaths and relax. Open your eyes and take in your surroundings, picking out 5 things that you can see around you. By keeping your eyes open, you're helping to ground yourself by reminding yourself that you're safe and reminding yourself of where you are. From where you're sitting, reach out and find 4 things that you can touch. Crazy dance moves and jazz hands are optional. Listen out for 3 things that you can hear in your surroundings. Really concentrate on what's going on around you and take it all in. Next, pick out 2 things that you can smell. Really try and notice the obscure things that your mind would normally tune out. And finally, name 1 thing that you can taste. So this could be maybe a piece of chewing gum in your mouth, or if you've had a glass of water. Just really notice how that feels and what that tastes like. There we go, so we've been through the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. We've used all of our senses and we are firmly back in the present moment. I hope you found that useful. That's something you can refer back to whenever you're feeling a bit stressed or anxious. But yeah, that's a really common, really sort of powerful technique that people can use. Some other techniques that you can do are things like boxed breathing. So this is when you're really focusing on your breath. So we're breathing in for 4 counts, we hold the breath for 4 counts, and then breathe out for 4 counts. So that really helps you slow down your breathing, especially if you're quite anxious and worrying and hyperventilating. If you can, if there's someone with you, you can get them to count out loud for you, just so you're not rushing and you're really taking your time. You can also do things like body scans. So there are some great videos with things like this on YouTube that talk you through how to relax the different muscles of your body, sort of one bit at a time, until you're in a state of full-on relaxedness. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. And then as well, another thing that you can do is just try and do some mental exercises that help distract you. So things like counting back from 100 by 7s, naming all the different objects that you can see around you, picking a category like fruit or cars and trying to name as many items as you can. So the idea is that we're distracting ourselves from the negative emotion and refocusing on what's going on here and now. So yeah, there's some techniques that you can try. What I will say is just some tips that if you're wanting to practice these techniques, you know, check in with yourself, check in how it's feeling for you. Is this working? Is it not? Maybe try and rate how you're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10, sort of before and after, to see if it's working. As with most things in life, practice makes perfect. You know, some of these techniques won't work for everyone, so it's about finding what works for you. But yeah, the more you practice them, even to sort of practice them every day, they'll feel more natural when you do actually need to use them. It won't feel as strange. Another tip I'd say is to make sure that you're sort of not leaving these techniques sort of too late, so starting them as early as you can. You know, when you start to feel that you're getting overwhelmed or anxious, you know, start these techniques now. Don't wait until you're feeling really distressed, or they might not be as effective. But yeah, and just be kind to yourself and keep practicing, and trying different ones, seeing what works for you. But there we go. Hopefully someone has found that useful. Even if I've just helped one person, then I'm happy. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.